Yo, what's good my fellow Magic Knights? It's your boy, DEADMANVINCE, back with another Black Clover video. Today we're tapping in, and I wanted to start up a fun new series that I am calling Captain Review. So, while I was talking about, on the current events of the Black Clover story and how close he is to Wizard King level, I thought about a few other captains that were said to be Wizard King level, and I wanted to give them grades on a few specific categories. But hopefully you guys enjoy this. I know I will, so let's get right into it. I looked at the 6 popularity poll to compile a list of captains in order from most popular to least popular. So today we will be starting the Glodera Poizat and Kaiser Grand Orca captain review. Now before you ask, Deadman, why 2 captains in one video? That's because our experience with Glodera as a captain was very short-lived, and Kaiser's pretty useless. I couldn't really see myself actually stretch these two into 2 videos, so it is what it is. Now let's go ahead and explain our grading system. 1. We're going to be ranking the captains based on strength. This will be considered for how many victories they've had, the people that they've had to face, and how hard it was to achieve that victory. 2. Magic. This is about the type of magic that they have, because magic type is a very important subject and can sometimes give an edge in certain situations, and you guys may be thinking of it in a sense of how they use their magic, but I'm going to be grading specifically on the type of magic that it is. 3. Leadership. This is more about how they interact with their guild members and the guidance and nurturing that they provide to their guild members to help them grow and become stronger. 4. Significance. This will be determined by how much the story will change without that character being there, or how easily replaceable the character is. Expendability or not, I guess. Then 5. This one's kind of stupid because I already said that I compiled a list of all the captains from a popularity list, but yes, 5. I'm going to be going off of popularity as well, because this is not just popularity for us as the readers, but also how popular they probably are in the series itself. I'll grade each of these things on a scale of 1 to 5, and then I'll average it out and I'll give my overall grade. Now strap in, Magic Knights, we got some work to do. Alright, strength is the first category. So guys, in terms of strength, Glodera really ain't hitting on shit. In terms of fights, this man had a 1 fight and he lost. It was against Asta and Real. Now, this is a very impressive combo of mages, but Asta hadn't even learned to go black yet, and he was only using the Demon Slayer sword, and he really didn't even have to use it that much. It wasn't really that much of a fight. It was more like a chase. And Real only restricted Glodera's movements after Asta had caught his ass. So it wasn't even a fight. It was more like getting caught running away after being exposed as a traitor to the kingdom. A very underhanded situation in general. This is killing Glodera's grade because he is a captain level mage that should have a lot of battle experience and be battle hardened. And he was easily subdued by a new recruit and the youngest Magic Knight captain who would have the least experience out of all of them. Real was only 19 at the time. And it's also inferred Glodera only got his rank because of underhanded methods. I believe Vaughn just said this. He avoided any hard missions to stay safe and comfortably climbed his way to the captain level. So Glodera is getting a fat 1 out of 5 leaf clover from me, and he only gets that 1 because of his rank. That's the only merit that I can go on. Him actually being a captain gives him some level of like, oh okay, maybe he can fight. Now Kaiser on the other hand is a little better in this regard. I did a lot of digging and research and figured out Tabata apparently said that Sword of the Wizard King is canon, and he just didn't have time to fit it into the manga. So, if this is the case, that means Kaiser, not even as a Magic Knight captain, helped Julius defeat Conrad in the past before retiring. Then once Glodera is exposed as a traitor, Julius requests Kaiser's return. Kaiser definitely has more of a pure heart, so he would just be more willing to undertake hard-fought battles for the kingdom, and we also got to see him battle in the anime canon episode titled Captain Fight, in which he wasn't too memorable. But hey, it's still more than Glodera ever did. So I give Kaiser a solid 3 out of 5. This makes him average in strength, and we do have to note the fact that Julius did call him back into duty, so he gotta have some shit on him at the very least. And while fighting ability may not be his best suit, he makes up for it in heart. Now let's talk about magic types. Glodera's magic is called permeation magic. It allows the user to become invisible and intangible, which allows them to go through objects. This magic is actually pretty cracked because it's super stealthy and you can actually get through any security. You can legit walk through walls unseen, undetected, and given the setting of Black Clover, you have zero chance of finding a place that with an entire laser grid security system. Unless Black Clover is just a New World Plus that was a result of a world-ending event in Hungry Joker, but I digress. Since there's a major stealth aspect, it's actually a very appealing magic to have for your kingdom. When you have rivaling nations like the Spade and Diamond Kingdom who are constantly trying to do espionage, or constantly trying to come and destroy you. You can do covert ops and gather so much intel. And I've only been glazing the stealth capabilities. He can also spawn invisible knights and make them fight you, but I don't really think they're that strong. Think about the fact that Goldair literally only took easy missions. If he's about the bread and there's a bigger payout for crazier missions, then he would take the crazier jobs for the money. But he's definitely not the type to trade and acquire things by honorable means. The weakness is if you are unable to mask your presence well enough, then somebody like Asta, Yami, or anybody from Hino country for that matter, can sense your key and quickly deal with you unless you train day in and day out like Asta for insane physical strength and fortitude. Not to say that you couldn't do it. So in all, I give Permeation Magic a solid 4 out of 5 because intangibility is absolutely ridiculous, and if you train like Asta and learn how key works and how to mask your presence, you'll basically be unstoppable. The only limitation on the ability is you, and sometimes we know how hard it is to be our own self-motivators. That's why I can't give the perfect 5. 5 would be like a magic that's just absolutely busted whether you try or not. Like you know, star magic, that's ridiculous. No matter how you look at it. Teleportation, laser beam, like that turned Yuno into a Dragon Ball Z character basically. Just having the magic. He had no experience training with it. He just instantly started using it. Became a Dragon Ball Z character. Became a Saiyan. So Kaiser, on the other hand, has vortex magic. This allows him to create magical whirlwinds that can deflect and dissipate other magic types. I can only remember 2 instances of this magic being used. Once he used a spell called Area Helix. This spell can hover mid-air and hold back a giant creature. It's literally just like a giant ball of wind. Giant creatures. He used it to hold back an ancient devil, but not for long. And the other time is in the anime canon episode, Captain Fight. It's the same thing as the Crystal Destruction battle from the Royal Knight Selection Exam, but instead it was just the captains fighting to show their kingdom that they still had mighty warriors as protectors and security, basically. But he gets absolutely washed by Fuego after trying to help trap him alongside Nozel. Viewing Vortex Magic, it seems like one of those kinds of magics that can be dispelled if the opponent has a stronger magical output. I honestly gotta say this magic type is kinda mid. It's like budget wind magic. I've seen this man pop vortexes and that defense spell, but either way, I've seen this man pop vortexes and area helix, but either way, it's unimpressive at best. Yuno can do all sorts of things with his wind magic, and doing tornadoes is basic for him. I don't even think he needs to call out towering tornado anymore. He's so cracked he could just raise his hand and cause a tornado. If he actually called the name of the spell, it would definitely be way more formidable than anything Kaiser has put out thus far. So for this, I give it a 2 out of 5 because I'm not a fan of it, but you can train it. The only issue is you would have to train like Marileona, and she trained from a very young age, and it was very intense training style that required a lot of discipline. I would say Marileona's training method is much like tempering your soul, which is a lot more nuanced and tedious than Asta's training. He also did get a power spike from being possessed by an elf, but even still, he is highly unimpressive overall. But now that we've gotten that all figured out, let's talk about their leadership qualities. I'm gonna say straight up, 0 out of 5 leader, no discussion. Goldair is a grimy guy who doesn't care who's in his guild. He will accept anyone. Remember that guy Zora bodied and then stole his cloak? Yeah, he was a purple orca. Not any purple orca, the vice captain. What was the vice captain of the purple orca doing at the time of this cloak check, you ask? Threatening to kill some old lady looking for her granddaughter. The reason, you ask? To put her out of her misery, of course. Yeah. Someone like that is a major vice captain. You are practically taking 6 shots of the strongest Clover Kingdom mead you can find, doing a little of that magic M, spinning around 100 times, and throwing a dart at a board. The fact that someone like that is your vice captain goes to show you are grossly neglecting your guild. It's just all bad, bro. Let's talk about Kaiser. I'm sick of thinking about this man's leadership abilities already. Kaiser seems like he cares, but not enough. Like, he accepted the position after Julius requested it so that he could be there for the guild, but he also wasn't surprised when he saw how low the guild was ranked. To be a good leader, you have to be caring, like a father, and ambitious enough to push others to be better. He has the caring nature, but not enough resolve to make everyone else cracked. Feels more like he's trying to play dad until somebody else can come take his spot. I looked on the wiki, and this man's favorite thing to do is kick it with his wife. My boy not trying to be a Magic Knight anymore, let's be real. He literally retired already, and now he's trying to go retire his wife's cheeks. It is what it is, fellas. 2 out of 5 leader. Water, believe it or not, I think was a little more significant than I wanted to originally admit. Without him, William could have been discovered way earlier in the story. I know Julius used Marx's memory magic to get the answers he needed, but without Guader in the mix, I say Vengeance was the most suspicious captain in the fray. If he got exposed as Patry earlier, the story would have died like season 1, bro. 3 out of 5. Without him, the plot wouldn't have cooked as hard, but also, he's so meant to experience on screen, I'm not gonna lie, chat. I'm tired of talking about this pair of dinguses. And also, I just want to add, they needed somebody to be grimy. They needed somebody to be the fall guy. So that is why he's still like a 3 out of 5. Because like, even still, just being a scapegoat isn't that significant. Yes, you could replace that with any other character, but just due to how grimy he was the perfect character. Kaiser. 0 out of 5. DEADMANVINCE. At the start of this, I explicitly said I chose the order of these videos based on the popularity. These two weren't even on the list, and every other captain was. No matter how low, how high, they were on the list. These two, nowhere to be seen. So chat, guess what my grade is? Guess what my grade is? 0 out of 5. It's 0 out of 5. So the grand total for these two bozos is Guader, 1 plus 4 plus 0 plus 3 plus 0. That equals 8. Then divide that by 5 because there are 5 categories. That gets you 1.6. Then we multiply that by 20 because 5 is a perfect score and 5 times 20 equals 100. But after the math, you get a 32, which is a big fat F for Fat Ham. By the way, guys, the other captains call this man Guader Fat Ham. If I grinded to become a Magic Knight captain and made it all the way to captain level, and niggas were calling me Fat Ham, I'm training like Mary Leona and Asta combined, visiting each one of them in their sleep, and handing out all it takes is one bad day speeches to all my ops. Just saying. Kaiser got a 3 plus 2 plus 2 plus 0 plus 0, which is 7 out of 5, which is 1.4 times 20 is 28, and wow, I did not expect Kaiser to lose. I mean, they're both bums for sure, but damn, Guader's magic and significance did quite a bit of work for him. But yeah, that's a double F. They're both ass, but as ass as they are, this video was hella fun to make, from research to scripting, even in recording. So if you guys did enjoy this video, then go down below and smack the like button for your boy. You can also hit the subscribe button and run up that notification bell so that we can be locked in. And most importantly, comment and let me know if you absolutely hate this, because I have not had a good laugh today, and nothing gives me more joy than when haters watch my videos and tell me about it. But till next time, Magic Knights. Peace out.